Welcome friends. I have recorded this video for the beginners like the students who have just started doing IELTS program. So they must be aware about the basic structure of IELTS modules. Like there is a module, writing module. So in this we have writing task 1 and writing task 2. So most of the times what happens, normally students don't know like what is the format of writing task 1, how to write a task 1 and what kind of questions come in the task 1 category. So to help all those beginners, brothers and sisters, IELTS DK presents an exclusive video on the content or subject matter of the task 1 series. So in task 1 you can have bar graph, you can have line graph, you can have pie chart, you can have a table, you can have a map, you can have a process chart, and also you can have a diagram. So on the whiteboard I have made all these figures, and so that you can memorize them, you can recognize them, because till your 12th standard you might have studied all these things multiple times in your mathematics, sometimes in science, sometimes in economics, because these all methods are used to represent data. So 150 is the word limit and you get around 20 minutes to compile the task. However, the total time is 60 minutes for both task 1 and task 2. So broadly I can say 20 minutes and 150 is the word limit for this task. So let me take one by one. Bar graph. The shape of the bar graph, it's like a y-axis, x-axis, and there are pillars. So the first one is vertical bar graph. It can come in two shapes, vertical or horizontal. Vertical bar graph, it would be perpendicular to x-axis, parallel to y-axis. While the horizontal bar graph, it will be parallel to x-axis and perpendicular to y-axis. So both of these formats are used to represent the data in various years for various cities, countries, companies, people. Then the second is line graph. Line graph means where you have x-axis, y-axis. These x and y are variables. These are the parameters corresponding to which we plot something, we draw something. And the line graph is in line graph, in shape of a line, the data is represented like from the year 90, 2000, 2000. We can have the timeline on x-axis and y-axis can have values. So it could be linear graph like one line, two lines, bilinear, or multiple lines, polylinear line graph. Polylinear graph, sorry. Then it comes pie chart. Pie chart is always is in the form of circles, so you can have comparison between two type of data in the shape of percentages. Like I have written, sorry for this, the alphabets or the words may look smaller to you, but suppose leisure time activities of boys and leisure time activities of girls are compared in the year 2010, suppose. So on percentage wise they are compared, like they give time to watching TV, shopping and playing, and girls something else for girls. Then the next type of task 1 that comes in exam is table. In the form of table, a very common example that I can give you to understand the table chart, like in school days you might have followed a timetable, like Monday lecture 1, lecture 2, lecture 3, lecture 4, then half period, recess time, then 5th lecture, 6th, 7th, 8th, on Tuesday, Wednesday. So like that. So it's a table form, tabular chart. We also call it tabular chart. Then there is a map. Map means, however, I just made map just like tables, but sorry for that. In map, you can have two maps of like one is a different time zone and second is for a different year or time. So there is a comparison between two maps, like developments have done, or earlier there was 4 buildings, now there are 6 buildings. So which building has got replaced, which building has got introduced now. So you just have to write in terms of words or whatever you are getting from the maps. Then there is process chart. Process chart stands for, like, there is a process, like in the figure itself it is clear, stage A, stage B, stage C, stage D. So 4 stages are there, and the material 1, then it transformed or changed to material 2, then to material 3, then to material 4, then to material 5. So there are various stages. So in process chart you will have various processes. Finally something is being converted into something else. And one more category, however, it comes not very much frequently, it's diagram. In diagram you can have a diagram of any machine, any equipment, any part. So names would be given to you. So you just have to mention like what is the diagram represents, the functioning of that, or the various components or the parts of that machine. So like the position of the parts, like that. So you just have to write that. In this writing tasks, we use 150 words, and there are 3 basic components: introduction, overall, and body paragraphs. That I will explain in the next videos. So this video was exclusively devoted to all those great brothers and sisters who have just introduced doing IELTS, and they are quite stranger and quite new with the formats and with the types or what kind of questions used to come in IELTS writing module. So you can type all kind of queries related to IELTS studies so that I can help you, because my aim is to help at least 1 lakh students to score good so that they can fulfill their dreams of going abroad, studying abroad. Thank you so much. This was a video from IELTS DK. Subscribe the channel today and get more updates from the channel. Thank you so much. Thank you.